What's up guys, this is LBT from Combat Culture, and today we're going to go over different types of bags that you can use if you're looking to do some bag work at home. So the first bag we're going to cover is going to be the heavy bag, and they're probably the most versatile of all the bags that we're going to discuss today. So when you're buying a heavy bag, you can either get them stuffed or unstuffed. Obviously if they're stuffed, shipping might cost a little bit more, but it saves you the trouble of having to find old rags and fabrics to put inside to stuff it. But if it's unstuffed, it's going to cost you a lot less on the shipping side, but like I said, you're probably going to have to find things to stuff the bag with. Now working with a heavy bag is really good for power, it's also good for form, or if you just want to let off some steam, it's been a long day, you want a well in a bag, heavy bag's good for that too. Because the heavy bag is hung up, it will swing back and forth as you hit it, and in doing so, it gives you an opportunity to work your angles, work around the bag, right? Help with your timing as well. Now setting up a heavy bag is a little bit more involved. Typically you either need a stand for the heavy bag, or you find a really strong beam that you can anchor it to. Depending on the type of bag you have or what it's stuffed with, it might not be ideal for kicks and knees. So if you're looking for a heavy bag, I say a good sweet spot is around 100 pounds or so. Just make sure whatever you're gonna hang it on can support 100 pounds. If you're gonna go lower than that, I probably wouldn't go any lower than 70 pounds. 50 pounds it's fine, but the lower you go, the more it's gonna swing. So just keep that in mind when you're buying a bag. So the next bag is gonna be the freestanding bag. Now I have the Sentry XXL freestanding bag. It's a freaking Goliath, but they do come in many different sizes. One of the great things about freestanding bags is that they're less involved when you're setting it up. Essentially, all you gotta do is just find space to put the bag, fill up the base with either water or sand, and you're good to go. Freestanding bags are really good for kicks, especially leg kicks, which are hard to do with heavy bags. They do tend to shift around a lot and can potentially be knocked over if you hit it the right way. So keep that in mind. It's not the worst thing in the world. You know, it does encourage you to move around and not stay in the same place, but it can become annoying, you know, if you're constantly having to stop your workout to go shift the bag back, right? Or you're constantly chasing the bag down as you're hitting the bag. Another thing about the freestanding bag is depending on which one you get, they can be pretty expensive. They are made from a dense foam that will wear over time, and because they're made from foam, you aren't able to restuff it once that foam starts to wear down. So the next bag I'm gonna go over is the Thai banana bag. You've probably seen these before if you've been to a Muay Thai gym. They're basically like a heavy bag that's been pulled on both ends and stretched. So the banana bags are really good for kicks, especially head kicks and low kicks, because of the wide vertical range they do cover. But because of that, you are going to need more vertical space, right? You're going to need more clearance at the top. It's part of the reason why I don't have one. And because they are longer, they don't tend to sway as much. They do sway more than a freestanding bag, but they don't sway as much as a heavy bag. So for the most part, your workouts are going to be pretty static. You'll have to be the one to cut the angles as opposed to relying on the bag. But you know, when it comes to working leg kicks and head kicks, I mean, they're really second to none as long as you have the space for them. So the next bag we're going to cover is going to be the wall-mounted uppercut bag. These bags are okay when it comes to doing straight punches, body shots, and hooks, but where they really excel at is doing uppercuts and elbows. You can do knees and teeps too, but it's not going to be ideal. You could probably get away with doing some kicks too, but there's much better bags to do kicks with. The great thing about these bags is they don't take up any floor space at all. In terms of setup, all you need to do is just find a nice sturdy stud and basically attach it to the wall. Now the thing is, because they are attached to the wall, they don't have as much give as most of the other bags, right? So keep that in mind. But if you have the space for it, it's a really good piece of equipment to help you practice your elbows and also your uppercuts. So the next two bags we're gonna go over, I'm gonna lump it into one, and that's gonna be the Teardrop and the bowling pin bag. Both bags are pretty similar in the fact that they have a pretty rounded base. They're excellent for knees and clinching. The bowling pin bag, because of the added neck, is better for clinching out of the two. But when it comes to working your clinches and your knees, I think these bags are second to none. So because these bags were designed with body shots and knees in mind, they're probably not the best for headshots. So if you only have one bag that you can buy, keep that in mind and figure out what it is that you want to focus on when you're training at home before you make the decision. Alright guys, and the last bag we're going to cover today is going to be the Aqua bag. I actually don't own the Aqua bag yet. It's definitely something that I'm planning to get. And the great thing about the Aqua bag is because it's filled with water, they're really good for your joints. A drawback about the Aqua bag is that it is shaped like the Teardrop bag or Wrecking Ball bag. So they're probably ideal for headshots, body shots, uppercuts, and hooks. You can probably do some knees on them if you're tall enough or if it's low enough. Kicks you can do. I don't think they're ideal for kicks. You can probably do teeps as well, but I think when it comes to doing kicks, knees, and teeps, there's better bags for that, right? The Aqua bag, in my opinion, really excels when you just want to load up and just throw some nice, good quality punches, because it's so good on your joints compared to a heavy bag because it's filled with water, right? Aside from that, not too many drawbacks. I think in terms of durability, they are more susceptible to breaking, or rather leaking, right? As opposed to a heavy bag, which you can patch over. Can't really do that with an Aqua bag, but they are made from durable material, so it'll probably take a little bit of time before you actually do pierce the bag. All in all, Aqua bag is a great piece of equipment. It's something that I'm definitely gonna pick up down the line. And if you have the space for it, I'd recommend you look into it too. All right guys, so those are just some of the bags that I recommend if you're looking to pick up a bag and do some work at home. Hopefully this video gave you a little bit more information to help you make an educated decision. I think at the end of the day, the most important thing is to figure out what your budget is, figure out the amount of space you have, and figure out what you want to focus with training. Once you figure out those things, it'll be much more clear in terms of which is the right bag for you. And the thing is, there's always people training, right? So if you do end up buying a bag that you realize isn't the best for you, I'm pretty sure someone's more than happy to take it off your hands. So don't be too concerned about picking up a bag if you're not 100% sure if it's the right bag for you. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way to help this channel. If there's other things you want us to cover in future videos, please drop a comment below. Until then, keep training, stay healthy, and be safe.